I was supposed to have a good night's sleep last night, but that kind of got shot out the window. So, if I look like a zombie, I'm sorry in advance. I'm trying the best that I can to stay awake. I mean, I literally just woke up an hour ago. So, yeah. Hello everyone, it's Manny the Aspie, and I hope y'all are having a super duper fantastic day. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to my latest video. And if you haven't already, the link for my previous video last week is in the description box below, so go check it out. Thanks. Today I want to discuss how I often have issues controlling my emotions ever since forever. I've been very high strung almost all the time. I would often have anxiety attacks, especially in social gatherings. Said anxiety attacks include yelling, cursing, crying, and just getting angry overall. I'm lashing out at everybody. Nobody wants that at a social friendly gathering, right? The reason is that no matter how much I try, I really don't know how to control these emotions that I have. I've gone to therapy, I've tried breathing. For some reason that just makes it even worse. I don't know. The effects of these wild emotions that I have inside of me are that some people have tried their best to avoid me, or they've avoided me completely, or they just stopped talking to me. They stopped inviting me to places where there can be a ton of people, or just maybe 5 people in general. Other than that, that kind of hurt, but at the same time, I can understand, because I could pretty much be a party pooper sometimes, and I am sincerely sorry for that. I lash out at people for no reason. I think it's because of my anxiety, or it's because I'm feeling left out in a way, that I feel like I'm not being included, or a friend of mine is not including me in a certain activity. And it all goes back to how I felt in elementary school, where I kind of felt like I was excluded from certain activities or certain gatherings and everything like that. So I kind of felt that I don't want to deal with this bull anymore. I deserve to be included in this, but unfortunately, one cannot simply include themselves aggressively. You know what I mean? You have to approach it nicely and in a calm manner, okay? Because that's what adults do. I'm not a kid anymore, so I need to be civil, right? Mom, also because of my emotional issues, I've had fights with my family almost all the time. Well, I shouldn't say almost, but pretty much all the time. I've been at odds with my mother and my auntie, and sometimes my grandmother. We would always have fights, either on the phone or in person. And sometimes these fights can be, just explosive, like a bunch of yelling and a bunch of cursing from actually between me and my mother, because, we both have potty mouths. When it comes to fighting with my aunt, it hurts me the most, because my aunt is probably one of the most patient people that I've grown up with. Fighting with her can be a real punch in the gut. I usually have arguments with myself as well, every time I would have an anxiety attack, or every time after I lashed out at people or said something or made a rude comment or whatever, I would always take a moment to myself, and I would constantly just argue with myself or down talk myself. You're such a dumbass, what's wrong with you, why do you have to do that, you're so stupid, how could you be so dumb. Finally, I've had these feeling of hopelessness. What if I never be able to handle my emotions properly? And it scares me, because I'm in a state where I barely know a lot of people. I gotta be careful with what I say and what I do, because I don't want to go to jail. The ways that I've thought of controlling my emotions are pretty much writing them out. I am a writer after all. It's just that I've been in a bit of a creative slump lately. I feel like now is a great opportunity for me to get back in the habit of writing my feelings out and turning those feelings into fiction, which is something that I love to write the most, is fiction. Another thing that I could do is I could also read novels, and I could also read movie scripts. Reading both novels and screenplays, it can be, they're both pretty entertaining, depends on what book it is or what film it is and everything like that. Also, and this was my mom's idea, I could meditate. I've been doing research on where to meditate, and I've never really done meditating before, I mean, I can pretty much ask my mother more about it, but I mean, I know there are apps on like meditating and like trying to help you like clear your mind and everything like that, which is something that I really need to do because I'm pretty much stressed 24/7, even for no absolute reason. In conclusion, I feel like it's still not too late for me to be able to control my emotions. When I do get in the hang of being careful with what I say and thinking before I act, life would be so much better, you know what I mean? So my question for you all is, do you have issues controlling your emotions sometimes? And if so, how does it feel, or what is it like? And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the link to my last week's video is in the description box below. And also, I have something to say. I've created a little shop online called Aspies All Around, which pretty much pays tribute and spreads love and awareness to all the Aspies all over the world. And the link to that shop is in the description box below. So you can go check it out and look around, see what you like. And obviously I'm going to be adding more stuff. And as always, the Maddie the Aspie blog is in the description box below, so if you haven't already, go check it out. And as always, like and subscribe to Maddie the Aspie, and also hit that bell to get notified on any notifications. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Shoo!